Ever wondered how the royals relaxed centuries ago? They didn't do any of that. You've probably heard about Edinburgh Castle. Have you heard about Craigmillar, Edinburgh's other castle? Craigmillar belonged to the Preston family and was sometimes used as a royal escape from the hustle and bustle of the capital. In 1566, Mary Queen of Scots came to stay, and Sir Simon Preston surrounded the castle with 4,500 armed men to protect her from any unwanted guests. No! The Great Hall was the main room in the castle. Here was where the Preston family would entertain their guests with fine wine, endless amounts of food, and music. The Preston family and their royal guests would have used the land around the castle for sports and exercise. They would have practiced archery in the fields, or maybe falconry, and they would have hunted in the woods. But when it comes to royals kicking back and living the good life, there was nowhere like Linlithgow Palace. It was begun in 1425 by King James I, who wanted a glittering Renaissance palace far finer than those of his nobles, and it cost him an absolute fortune. The Stuart kings and queens would use Linlithgow Palace as a retreat where they could relax and enjoy themselves away from Edinburgh and Stirling, and as an escape from the risk of plague. They could walk in the pleasure gardens, play bowls, or practice archery. They went hunting in the park, boating on the loch, playing a special kind of tennis, which they called catchpole. But what they really liked to do was feast in splendour in the Great Hall. And boy, did they feast. On one evening in December 1528, King James V held a banquet where the guests ate 95 loaves of bread, 23 gallons of ale, 40 white fish, 40 codling, 200 herring, 4 salted salmon, 1 halibut, 2 pike, not to mention scallops, eels, cuttlefish, cheese, eggs, and apples. I don't feel well. In the King's Hall, there's a stone slab with indentations carved into it. This may have been used to play noughts and crosses, or maybe skittles. These were the days before Twister, Kerplunk, and Buckaroo. 500 years ago, they lived a very good life. It didn't always last too long, but that's another story. Oh, and by the way, in the grounds of Craigmillar Castle, there's a large fish pond in the shape of a letter. Why not go see if you can work out what letter it is?